The sun bled red on the prairie wind, a shadow rolled in from the rain. No past to keep, no name to speak, just the weight of a bloodstained chain. Joe said, friend, you look weary. Shane just tipped his hat and sighed. A man like me ain't meant for staying, just passing through for the devil arrives. Oh, Shane, don't draw that steel so slow. The valley's got teeth and the river runs low. Every step you take, the grave digs deep. For a man with no home, just ghosts to keep. Marianne brought him coffee black, her smile like a fading light. He knew right then he'd love her true, but some men ain't made for the fight. Fletcher's boys came riding hard with fire and a greedy hand. Shane stood tall in the settler's dust. This ain't your godless land. Oh, Shane, don't draw that steel so slow. The valley's got teeth and the river runs low. Every step you take, the grave digs deep. For a man with no home, just ghosts to keep. Wow. The gunfire cracked like a whip in the night. Shane walked out in the pale moonlight. Bob cried, wait, don't ride away. But the wind just whispered he was never meant to stay. Now the sagebrush hums an old sad tune of a man who walked alone. Some say he died, some say he rides, but Wyoming won't let him go.
Thing I mean as a good shot bear, with one eye left to see. Whiskey's my compass, my Bible, my prayer, and the law's what I make it to be. A girl with a purse full of gold and a grudge said, Marshall, you're all that I've got. I spat in the dirt, said, child, don't you judge. This ride's gonna hurt like as not. Oh, I've buried men neath the hanging stars, danced with the devil and won. But that little slip of a stubborn child might just be the death of old Cogburn. We tracked Tom Cheney through brush and bone, where the snakes don't rattle, they hiss. talked pride till the lead filled his tone. Now he whistles when the wind picks his lips. Rooster, she cried, don't you let me fall. I grabbed that snake by the tail. One eye's enough when the Lord cuts the light, and you're riding straight into hell. Now the years roll on like a loose wagon wheel, and the whiskey don't bite like before. But I'll meet my maker the same way I lived, with one eye shut and a grin. The clouds rolled off like a thief in the night, left nothing but cracks in the dirt. Charlie Flagg kicked his boot in the well and whispered, Lord, how much worse can it hurt? Bankers came with their papers and pens, said sign your land, take the check. He spit in the dust, said I'll bury my dead before I let you boys hang me in bed. Oh, the last dry year's got a mean, mean bite. It'll starve your dogs, kill your seeds. But a man who bends when the wind blows hard ain't a man, just a tumbleweed. His wife begged him, Charlie, we're starving slow. His boy caught a train out of town. The government man said, take the dole or you'll break. Charlie said, I'll break standing my ground. Coyotes howl where the cattle once stood. The fences sag like old men. The rain might come, but Charlie won't. He's rooted where he's been. Now the deeds collect in some far-off vault, and the grass might come back someday. But the West ain't the West when the land gives up, and the Charlies all blow away. struck the graveyard at 3:15. Moon like a bullet hole in a cedar tree. Shovel bit clay with a rusted grin till the coffin lid sighed and I crawled in. She was colder than winter, but her smile stayed warm. Porcelain skin and a wedding dress torn. I whispered, "Forgive me," as I lifted her free. But her eyes opened slow and they fixed on me. Now the wheels of the night roll iron on steel. I'm a sinner on a southbound rail field, with a dead girl's hand in my living glove. I'm bound for glory or I'm bound for love. Every mile is a prayer, every mile is a sin, till the dirt tastes like her lips again. Sheriff's on my trail like a hound from hell. Preacher's got a sermon and a death knell bell. But I traded my soul for a secondhand kiss. Left the grave wide open just to feel her bliss. She hums lullabies that the crows repeat. We sleep in boxcars, her heart don't beat. I carve our names in the tunnel wall. If love is a crime, then we own it all. Now the wheels of the night roll iron on steel. I'm a sinner on a southbound rail field, with a dead girl's hand in my living glove. I'm bound for glory or I'm bound for love. Midnight whistle moans through the pines. Her perfume's rotten Sacramento wines. I'd burn every Bible, I'd damn every town, just to keep that velvet nightgown down. They say I'm mad, and maybe they're right, but I've danced with the dark and I courted the night. When the rails run out and the lantern fades, I'll lay me beside her in the honeymoon grave. Stone will be our headboard, moss our sheet, and the worms will marry the living and the meat. Till then I ride with a shadow pressed tight, kissing the corpse that keeps me alive. Now the wheels of the night roll iron on steel. I'm a sinner on a southbound rail field, with a dead girl's hand in my living glove. I'm bound for glory or I'm bound for love, till the last spike's driven and the last bell rings. Let the dirt taste like her lips, let the choir never sing.
across the blacktop veins where the neon signs drowned out the stars. Pavement burned like a Judas kiss, but the saddle's the only home he knows. Paul's locked up in a concrete cage. Jack swore he'd bust him out by dawn, but the law came down like a flash flood rain, left him with 6 strings and a 44. Oh, the highway's a ghost, and whiskey's blind to the world that don't want us no more. We ain't the past, we ain't the future, just shadows knocking on hell's front door. Lights cut the desert night. Jack's guitar hummed a jailbreak tune, but the sirens wailed and the bullets sailed. Now he's riding hard beneath a blood-red moon. Whiskey stumbles on the painted lines, hawks deep in the 20th century shame. Jack whispers, "Easy boy, we ain't meant for this world, but we ain't ready for the grave." The radio sings of Cadillac dreams as Jack fades into the Mesa spine. Just a man, his horse, and a stolen cord, and a trail the winds erased in time. Was a bullet, the sand was a knife. When Hondo rode into Apache land, found a woman and boy by a dried up creek, and the devil right there in his hand. Man's gone missing, he said real low, but the Vitoros braves don't forgive. You pack up by dawn or you bury your bones. Ain't no middle ground left to live. Oh, Hondo, it's off through the sage. You can't outrun what
what you done with a gun, or the ghosts in this blood-red cage. Asked him, mister, you ever been scared? Hondo just checked his coat. Fear's like a fire, son, you learn to walk through, or you let it burn down your soul. 3 riders came under a Judas moon. Hondo stood for the cabin door. The shots rang out like a thunderclap. Then the desert was quiet once more. Now the coyotes sing where the bodies lie, and the stars don't shine quite as bright. Some say he's dust, some say he's just a shadow riding off into the night.